Hey. Nanny can't stay for long. That's okay. Happy Friday, everyone, and I hope anyone in the US enjoys their long weekend. And thank you to all who've had family members that served and are no longer with us. Amen to that. Hey, Harem Steak. All good on the YouTube sound settings? Should be more in line with Twitch. Hopefully. Beautiful. I was talking to the mods earlier. I feel like when I stream, I can be very much myself, and it feels good, especially with the mods. The mods are great. They're like my inner conscious, and I can just sort of be a little crazy shit, and they allow it. So I've had a really rough day today, so I'm hoping the story cheers me up a little bit. It's just absolutely crazy. I've had, like, people fail around me, and it's not even like constructive failing, it's just implosions, so. Hey, but as the project manager, you get all the flack. It's really hard to instill your workforce to tell them, hey, we as a team have deadlines. We gotta hit it. They just don't get it. But hey, that's my problem, not yours. We're here to try and discover what sort of problems there are in the Gaia city, so. I'm gonna do a different lighting, and I'll show you my room. It's really messy, but I hope you guys don't mind. We'll go straight into it soon. Hey. You right? I haven't got the lights or anything, but look at this. Look at this. The whole house is going through a rewiring, so I don't have much space here, so hope you guys don't mind. I tried to do a hair similar to Caleb, but I don't think it came out right. So, like a little... What? You don't recognize me? You know? But we'll see. It's hard to do his hair. I don't think it's possible. I actually don't think it's possible. His hair like starts from here. It just goes down and then it goes that way, but it's very hard. It's very hard. Did you think I'm the boy from your childhood, Pipsqueak? But hey, who's tuning in today then? That Earth girl's here. Hey, my hair does look a little bit different today. Ooh. Who is my favorite ally? I swear I get this every stream. It changes every time. If it's a Zayn day, I'll be like, oh, I love Zayn. If it's a Xavier day, I'll be like, oh, I like Xavier. And if it's a Sylus day, then I kind of like Sylus. My art, you look good with that hair. Thank you. Hi everyone, and Nate, love the hair. Thank you so much. Sylus is bae. Sylus is peak. He's never failed me. But I think that's probably his flaw. We were talking about it in last stream. Sylus really doesn't have any flaws. Like, I think Salted Cross mentioned, like, oh, he's a gambler, he likes shopping and all that. But then it's like, yeah, but he's rich. He can afford that. That's not really I'm talking like a character problem, like a personality. Does he have any problems? I'm not too sure, guys. I'm not too sure. Silas my bae, his insatiable greed is his flaw, but he's allowed to be greedy because he has money. So is that a flaw? You know, it's like we could say all rich people are super greedy because they don't need anything that they have around them, but they can afford it. As a master criminal, Sylus is what? Yeah, but again, that's not his. That's his career. That's like every career has a flaw, in my opinion. Even if you're the Pope, I mean, come on. There's like pedophilia accusations. There's, you know, the weird Catholicism stuff that they do. I mean, I'm not going to get into technicals, but even the holiest and most spiritually attuned role has its negatives. Sylus' flaw, it literally is that he's a bad singer, but that makes him cute. So I don't know. He's an interesting character. Really interesting. But I like your inputs, guys. I always like to ask. So really, it's yeah, who my favorite LI is. It's tough. If you look back at my older videos, I don't know when you guys joined or when you guys came to my channel, but people like Shaname, she knew me when I was literally sub 100 subscribers. We've now hit over 2,000. You know, we've got over 2,000 individual people. Like, imagine cramming all of us in one room. Like, it's insane. It's hard to imagine. I know some people get like millions and millions of subscribers and thousands of subscribers, but to me it's like 2,000 of people in one room is quite a lot of people, you know, and we all like one thing, so it's really cool. It's really cool. Hey Felicia, we're going to go through the rest of the story, but we're having a little bit of a natter at the moment. That's okay. Just a little bit of a natter. Oh, I love this one. This is Raphael's introduction. Yeah, if 2k people means a lot of people to have fun. Master thing, criminal thing is quite hard. Like triads. Yeah, Sylus' dark aura and like the shadows and stuff, it definitely hits home with me. Not in a particularly great way for me. I guess that's my flaw for him. This thing is so cool. Penguin Janine, I'm new here and I want to say that you have a nice voice. Well, sweetie, you do have a nice voice too. In my head. You got a lovely name. This is one of my favorites. Super pretty, everyone has flaws. Which song is this? You want to know what that song is? Let's take a look. It's called... What is that called? I'm just gonna link it to you guys, because I don't know what it's called. There's less delay, yeah, I fixed it. But how's everybody's Friday doing? I think for England and America, we have a long weekend. For me, it's not necessarily too long. Every time I have a bank holiday weekend, I need to pump out loads of videos and I need to catch up with my content. So, yeah, it's fine. Jitan, hello. Nice to meet you. We think about Sylus saying filed under never heard of is also a flaw. It's so good that the YouTube chat is not as delayed. I can see you guys are a lot happier now, you know. That I can speak to you guys sort of more instantly, so now there is no Twitch advantage besides the bit, right? You keep falling more and more with Sylus' character, yeah. I for one love how every interaction he has with MC, he's not overprotective, he's not trying to control her in any way. In fact, he's a mobster, but he's trying to empower her. He's trying to encourage her to do the things that she wants to do, so. You love the life that I put in the story. Oh, you are so sweet, Chi-chan. You're so sweet. Thank you. It's these types of comments that cheer me up, you know. I have a really shitty day at work, project management, and you know, the work is that the people are great and stuff. It's just we have a couple of issues here and there, and you know, it's very difficult for me to try and control it all. And I'm the operations project manager, so a lot of people are very unhappy with me, and unfortunately, I have to try to use this supposedly good voice of mine and be like, "Daijobu, it will be fine. We're gonna be delayed by 2 weeks." And then they say, "We're gonna sue you. We're gonna do all sorts of things." And I'm like, "Hey, just calm down. Let's have a cup of tea in London, okay? We'll see you next week, okay?" No, you're not late. We're just chatting. We're just nattering around. It's a Friday. I thought we'd just talk a little bit before we start. I know we've got a lot to get on, and it's just nice to chat to you guys, you know? Because when I lock into the story, I don't like to look at the chat and then here, and then look at the chat and then here, and then look at the chat and then here, because it takes me away from the story, first of all. And number two, because of that, I won't understand the full context of exactly what's happening. So I don't know if it's a good idea for me to do that when I'm going through it. So normally you'll see me kind of locked in, trying to voice act, trying to understand what's going on. And then afterwards, I'll then be like, "Ooh, hello guys, how you doing?" Mari was really suggesting me to try and do some voice acting. I'm not sure how good I'd be at it. I'm a very nervous person, so it's really cute when I have all these little viewers, little Kirby's. I love the Kirby's. I feel like they have to stay in all of the streams because it's just nice to visually contextualize that you guys are here and we're all having like a little good time. So it's really sweet. Thank you, my art. You've done something fun. My ASMRs. Oh, gee. Was you here in the last stream? I was kind of whispering and breathing. Oh yeah. And I always say to Mer, "Pipsqueak." What was that, Pipsqueak? What else do they say? What else do they say? What's some famous lines that they say? Sleep to reading a story like Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And I tried to do Caleb's hair, which didn't go very well, and it just looked like a normal 2-block hairstyle. I'm also a snow crow girl myself. Be a good girl. Wow, there's a Maria here. Hey, Maria. Let the bumblebee. Lee Bumblebee. Yes, no. Oh, that one. Oh, Silas's one. He's sexy. I can't do Silas's voice, guys. How does he say it? He's like, "Yes, no, maybe so," or something like that, right? Oh, I love this song. Hey, speaking of Sylus, Dragon's Veil. This is a beautiful song. Oh, take me away. Take me away. Come on, Sylus. Where did he go, actually? We finished. We fell through the hole. We got inside the Gaia Research vicinity. And then MC is like, "Sylus! Sylus, where are you?" And then all of a sudden, the old man's like, "I'm going to kill you." And it's like, okay. Sylus, where'd you go, buddy? Sylus, hello? I don't know where he went. Anyway, we're probably going to find out soon, so. Yeah, I'm going to let the whole song play for it. It's such a lovely song. The deepest voice in YouTube claims I can't do Sylus voice. I want to know the deepest voice. That's, what's that guy's called? It's called Ghost. What is he called? You guys know who I'm talking about. What's he called? Dead? I don't know what he's called. Corpse. I see. Corpse, yes. I was close enough. I called him Dead. Yeah, Corpse husband. He's like, hey guys, I'm so deep. I've never seen his content, but I always randomly see clips. Like if... Is it Valkyrie? Whoa, my goodness. Maria has subscribed for 1 month. Thank you so much, Maria. That's really sweet of you. That is so sweet. Scared me a little bit, but hey, that's why it's there. Vox's voice is super deep too. Oh, that was so sweet, Maria. I really appreciate it. It really does help. We'll literally... Oh gosh, the music's getting a little bit sexual there. Getting a little bit sexual. I'll leave it if you guys like that. What? Ooh. But what I was saying, we're just like loosely talking about it. Like, being a content creator is like, it really helps the highest. Oh my goodness, Elisin. Wow, Hype Train. Subscribe for 1 month. Wow, thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. What was I saying again? Hello there, darling. You're drinking? Oh my gosh. I'm drinking too, but this is non-alcoholic. Non-alcoholic Guinness. Sponsor me, please. Thank you. Star Share has followed. Thank you so much for the follow. Wow, everybody's just throwing the love right now. That's really sweet. Thank you. Whoa, there's so many things flying on the screen here. Open a Ko-fi. What's a Ko-fi? Is that a coffee? Starry Share? Wow, another subscription. Thank you. Oh, and some biddies. I love the tidbitties. Joshua TV has done a couple. 6 months? Wow. Whoa. That is crazy. Thank you so much. Is this... Maybe... Is it because I've got light in the stream? Usually I'm playing in darkness and it's all very hard to see me. But this time, hey, you got the sunshine and rainbows from Britain. You've got the Guinness. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's so sweet of you. Oh, you guys are touching my heart. That's really sweet. I've had such a shitty day, honestly. You should see our mod chat. Our mod chat is literally the Nathan trauma dump. It's like, guys, this is the worst day ever. I want to quit my job. Oh my gosh, this day sucks. Please save me. And then literally the mods are like, if this is me, the mods are like, they're there. So this is really sweet. You guys are unbelievable support. It's so sweet. I really appreciate it. It kind of makes me a little bit emotional actually. But by the way, Nate, watch a character called Hugo from ZZZ and guess the VA. You won't regret it. I'm trying to sing. This song is not helping. Should we start listening to A Secret Time for Felicia? That would be funny. That would be super funny. Right. I think I've done a lot of rambling and I've done a lot of thank you. So I appreciate you guys doing that earlier in the stream. It just means that I can focus on the story, what's going on, what are the connections, what we do, yeah? And then I can do the sort of the thank yous after and there later. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What was I going to do, Nath? Neto Dogu. Oh yes, stop the music. No more. Stop the music. Turn this one mute on. Okay.
Terry, just do what you like.
Okay, Zayn. Are you guys slowly, like, getting hit by the... There's like a black bar there. I can't really help you out there, but... Okay. Okay, here we go. Alright, we all good? Can you hear it? You can hear it. Volume's good. That's fine. That's fine.
Do not be influenced by other people's emotions.
Alright. Mods, you know what to do. If there's issues, you let me know, right? Okay? Alright, thank you very much.
Let's get this started, baby.
Don't remember the last stream. Are we starting Zayn's chapter soon? We are figuring out what's happening in the Gaia Research Centre. They mentioned the Lumiere. They mentioned the Lumerians. Is it Lumerians as well? It's like the sea people. And then they mentioned Zayn, and he's like the divine sort of farseer. And then they mentioned MC, and then also Caleb, which is like number 2. So, okay. Alright. Embrace your butt cheeks, guys. Oh, hey. I was wondering where you were, dude. I was really wondering where he was. I suddenly break through the downpour of memories. My vision refocuses. A familiar black-red mist envelops the area. I'm shielded from the falling rocks and steel beams. Meeting my stunned gaze, Sylus relaxes his furrowed brow. An amused smile appears on his face.
Nice explosion, little bomb.
Sylus.
This place is collapsing. Give me your hand.
The hand reaching out to me now overlaps with the memory of that same hand breaking through the barrier many years ago. Fragmented memories flood my mind, but there's no time to dwell on them now. I force my aching arm to move and grab his hand. Sylus yanks me out of the wreckage in one fluid motion. He secures his grip on my arm as he crouches.
Keep your eyes open this time, kitten. Watch how we escape and remember it well.
Overwhelming power lifts him up. It manifests behind him like a fiend that crushes all obstacles in its way. Its wings have blocked out the heavens. We soar past the crumbling debris and fly away from the depths. We are flying? We're flying. Does his wings come out? It says his wings have blocked out the heavens. Have we ever seen his wings? Outside of beyond Cloudfall? I wonder what that looks like. Standing at the edge of the arena, I finally see the full extent of destruction caused by my uncontrolled energy burst. The entire central area has collapsed. Only a bottomless pit remains, its edges crumbling away. I leave Sylus's side as that strange detached sensation gradually fades. Dimitri, bound by tendrils of black-red mist, is thrown down before us.
Our deal is complete. Now surrender your soul.
Wait, what? Sylus delivered us to him?
Monster! There are 2 of us here. Who are you referring to?
His unfocused gaze can no longer locate his enemy as he desperately claws at the mist coiling around his neck.
The terms of our deal haven't been fulfilled.
I only agreed to bring her before you. Foolishness and arrogance aren't valid reasons to breach our contract.
Sylus violently grabs Dimitri by the collar. The mist swiftly coils around the former researcher's neck.
You underestimated how much she's grown. Look at you. Thinking she's still the little girl whose life you held carelessly in your hands. Like every gambler who overestimates themselves, you are not as clever as you think you are.
Damn, his voice reached tones I did not think it could reach.
I know who's behind the antimatter. Let me go.
With a contemptuous laugh, Sylus forcefully turns Dimitri's head to face me. Oh, you do try.
Get a nice long look. It'll be your last. And do your best to remember the person who brought about your downfall. Die with a smile for us. All right?
Gosh, you are brutal. He's brutal today, damn. As Dimitri's screams and body are swallowed by black-red mist, I turn my gaze to the center of the arena. One after another, muffled explosions resound underground. This place will be gone after today, and it won't reappear anytime soon. The laboratory that was never meant to exist might hold a few childhood memories. Might have cried in some corner or laughed in front of a platform. Perhaps I made those researchers who saw me as an otherworldly specimen believe I was just a normal child for a moment. Or maybe none of that ever happened. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
How much do you remember?
A lot. But it's all jumbled up. I ignore whatever happened to Dimitri and look at Sylus. That deal you made with him. Was it when I escaped from the research center?
Yeah.
Did you bring me here so I could remember everything? He doesn't look at me. Instead, he speaks as if he's addressing the darkness beneath his feet.
You would have done this sooner or later. That's just who you are.
Then shouldn't you be worried about my power destroying you and this world?
Should I be?
I stare at his profile to emphasize my point. Right now, I can't control my power when it fully manifests. Assuming it happens again, everything here might be destroyed like my soul. With a slight smile, Sylus shakes his head. He raises his hand to draw my attention to something. A familiar linkage materializes between our wrists to bind us together.
Sorry, but your soul doesn't have the privilege of leaving whenever it wants. I will keep you bound to me for all of eternity. Our connection transcends this place and this world.
Damn, he said that so beautifully.
I will keep you bound to me for all of eternity.
That was so good.
Our connection transcends this place and this world.
So gentle. And yet so masculine. How on earth did he say that line like that? He says it like it's... I don't know, it's just... Damn. It's just peak, right? 100% testosterone-driven voice right there, with the gentleness of, it's light as a feather the way he said that.
I will keep you bound to me for all of eternity. Our connection transcends this place and this world.
Boy, if I'm ever going to be a voice actor, he's definitely my inspiration.
So, are you done looking around?
Oh, I guess there's nothing else to see. Sylus nods and turns to leave. As his arm moves, the linkage forces our steps to be in perfect sync.
We're done here. Let's go home.
In the vast cosmos, my power has no starting point or destination. It appeared when the universe was created. It's a fundamental law etched into the fabric of existence. Sorry, I just fumbled there. At some point, a force, weak yet unbreakable, began to bind to me. And with it came an endless fall. In a majestic arena, floating around nebulae, a boy and girl stand. Soaked in blood, they're greeted by thunderous cheers. And when it comes to killing wanderers, Sylus and I always have perfect coordination.
You're not going to team up with me this time?
I hate teammates who try to steal my points.
Then, what do you hate more? Teammates who steal your points? Or teammates who can't keep up with you?
Ah, you're so annoying. If you steal my points again, I'm throwing you into Tartarus.
Okay.
Give me your hand. We're a team now.
Yeah.
Is that Sylus? He sounds way different if that's Sylus. The disconnected scenes flash by in a random order. Sometimes they're blurry and hazy, other times they're crystal clear. As time marches on, the deep space tunnel, vast and capable of tearing apart any form of energy, separates us. The memories dissolve into my current reality. Images overlap. I recognize the figure before me, but now he's tall and imposing. He descends with his fierce pride. Below the sky he materializes before me. And in the destroyed laboratory, he silently stares at the collision chamber before smashing through its barrier with his fist. Wow, the YouTubey boobies are popping off right now. Hey Squishy. Hey Squish Squish. How you guys doing? How was that? So hey, I was literally saying, hey, where the hell is Sylus? What's he doing? Where you at, bro? And now he's here.
He's ready to go, baby girl.
Have I missed anything in the chat? What y'all been chatting about, huh? Don't mess with his kitten. Literally gives me tingles. These lines, man, I know. I love him, Your Honor. Your Honor, he is the best voice actor I've heard in a while. In years, in fact. Nate folded? Yeah. You hear that voice line? What did he say? He said it so beautifully. So beautifully. I was like, you know what? It's not bad being a little, you know. If it was anyway. Boy, is it good to be into dudes right now? It's a good time to be into dudes if you like dudes. Unlimited saves, ran out of lines so quickly. Damn. Okay. Rules fall before us. It's the way the Sylus voice actor like paces the sentences. Like he'll even though the sentence is there. Like if it will say like, hello, my name is Nate Doggo, he'll be like, instead of hello, my name is Nate Doggo, he'll put like a comma and he'll be like, hello, my name is Nate Doggo. And he'll play with the words, so he won't follow the script. He'll pause and stop and raise his voice and lower his voice and then get really loud and then be very gentle. So in the timeless N109 zone, I fall into a deep, dreamless slumber. And when I finally open my eyes, it takes me a while to reorient myself. He does something like that. He's very playful with the words. And for me, I start nerding out. I'm like, you can tell, right, from when you're watching me. I'm like, geez, he's good. He's good. I don't know what the accent was. Please ignore what I said. I stare at the intricate patterns on the ceiling for a long time before a single fact slowly dawns on me. Banshee's here. Hello, Banshee. As if a switch has been flipped, I almost rhymed. I finally become aware of my surroundings. Outside a distant roar of gunfire and artillery resound while music plays. Didn't the Zoyan hunt end? How would you say that? Mephi? What are you? I sit up and look around. Mephisto is perched on the bedside table. He bobs his head under Silas's finger like a chick pecking at grain. Why are you here?
Shouldn't you be asking that to the person who carelessly fell asleep?
Oh. I raise my hand but don't see the familiar linkage. Massaging my temples, I realize my distant memories have started to blur with reality. How long was I out? Don't tell me it's been 4 or 5 days.
You would have starved to death in that case.
Sylus is lounging in a small armchair next to the bed. He's looking out the window. Several gemstones, 3 wine glasses, and a marker house scattered across the nearby side cabinet, small table, and floor.
It's morning. And more importantly, it's been 3 days since the Zoian hunt ended.
Zoian, there we go.
Overtime is almost over.
A terrifying explosion resounds in the distance. Seconds later, the windows rattle from the shockwave. The arena is in ruins? No, the arena is in ruins. Why would anyone still fight to be its owner?
For certain people, that place still has important stuff. And with Dimitri out of the way, their battle will be more ruthless.
Silas's gaze is still focused on what's happening outside. His hair swaying because of the shockwaves, he maintains an aloof attitude. Curious about what he's looking at, I get out of bed and approach the window. But I can't even make it there before settling into the small armchair. I nudge Sylus so he can make room. What's going on? My whole body feels weak. It's like I've been thrown into space and had to orbit Earth like 3 times. You didn't hit me while I was asleep, right?
Between the two of us, you'd be the one to do that.
Thanks, buddy. Did I hit you while I was sleeping then? Is that what you are implying, sir? Sylus holds up 2 fingers and then the middle finger, and glances at my right hand.
Twice.
I had no idea. I was dreaming the entire time. Maybe I got a bit too excited. Sylus finally turns to face me. He gently takes my wrist and gives it a light shake.
Are you well rested now?
More or less.
Let's go then.
Mephisto takes this chance to sneak away, snatch an empty wine glass, and fly out the window. Sylus stands and stretches before picking me up.
Time to eat.
What's he got? It isn't until Sylus makes me sit at the dining table that I realize just how hungry I am. I devour everything in sight until I'm stuffed. Strength gradually returns to my weary limbs and I start to feel slightly clear-headed. I slowly finish the last of my juice, then I carefully nudge Sylus's leg under the table to let him know I have a question.
I see you're disregarding table manners, kitten.
I was worse during our follow from feral female. Isn't it a little late to start worrying about etiquette? Thank you for the follow. Something cries out near the window. Mephisto, who had been absent during the meal, taps on the glass and squeezes through the gap. He drops a dark-colored object into my hands. What the hell is that? USB stick?
A biometric key from the Gaia Research Centre.
I tighten my grip on it. And what are those people really fighting over? Sylus pauses as he holds his drink. It's as if he's unsure about how to respond.
We'll talk when you're more sober.
You're also one of the contestants doing overtime. When did you,
Luke and Kieran are more than capable of dealing with those fools.
That was good timing. That was really good timing. The key shows signs of age, and someone has scratched off its identification number. It's impossible to tell which researcher served as its original owner. Possessing the key means having authority over the abandoned Gaia Research Centre. even though it's nothing but ruins now. A wisp of black-red mist creeps up the back of my hand. It forces its way between my fingers and tries to take the key away. Sylus?
That's my trophy. Give it back.
You're just letting me look at it? Sylus stretches his long legs. I love how they make sure that he's very long and big and broad and strong and muscly and beautiful and deep-voiced and attractive and good-looking and has a jewel in his eye and is just absolutely drop-dead gorgeous in every way possible. He leans back against it as he uses his index finger to guide the mist. It's still pulling on the key. Dismissing the idea of letting go, I clutch the key with both hands and lunge towards him like a sparrow drawn to a grain of rice.
Your theft techniques are getting sloppier by the day.
Why is he saying it like that?
Are you going to headbutt me to death before you loot my body?
Dude, that was like a mini secret
Sit.
time. This is like a mini secret times. What the hell? He was like, your theft techniques are getting sloppier by the day. Are you going to headbutt me to death before you loot my body? Sit. And I was like, whoa. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. What are these? I'm gonna call them. I always say this in stream, and it's not like I'm conscious or anything, but straight man Nate, yeah. Flipping hell. Holy cow. That was huge. Wow. Thank you so much. I need to double check that. I don't even remember what I was saying because that shocked me. But thank you so much. That was so sweet. Is that Banshee? Banshee, you are such a gorgeous, gorgeous person. Oh, bless you, Banshee. You are so cute. Thank you so much for that. That's really sweet. Wow. Everybody say thank you to Banshee. Like, Nate loves, right? All round. What was I trying to say? I love Banshee. And I also am displeased, Banshee. Because now I do not know what I was talking about. I've lost my train of thought. What was we talking about? Sexy voice. Oh yes. I was gonna say something. You know, like it makes me shudder. I'm gonna start calling him like you know Peter Parker. He's got the Peter tingles. I want to call them like the Nate tingles when I get like. I want to call them like. Apologies if this offends people, but I'm gonna call them like the homo tingles. You know when I'm not meant to feel like this. That's what I'm gonna call it, okay? Because it confuses the shit out of me, and it's really nice. Sylus has me rest against him, and when he sees me still holding the key with both hands, he laughs. Thank you, Banshee.
You're a persistent thief.
He very much enjoyed doing this.
Your theft techniques are getting sloppier by the day. Are you going to headbutt me to death before you loot my body? Sit. You're a persistent thief.
I don't know what to do. I read that first line out of context. Oh my gosh. Since you've already shown it to me. You know what I'm... If you know, you know. Okay. Since you've already shown it to me, I can borrow it at some point, right? You're very generous.
You had
I'm
a
gone.
nice meal
I'm gone,
and are
guys.
on your way to a full recovery. Yet the first thing you do is come up with a plan to steal my stuff.
I'm sure the 60 viewers we have right now would also like to steal your stuff. But me, I'm not doing that today. He's not insisting on taking the key back, so I secretly breathe a sigh of relief and change the subject. I've decided to talk about my more recent dreams. Hey, I wanted to ask you something ever since I woke up. You kept steering the conversation in another direction. I saw us fighting wanderers in some kind of interstellar arena. Do you know anything about that?
What else did you see?
Oh, he knows something, yo. My gaze drifts from my hands to his shoulder, and then to the light, reflected from the wine, dancing on the wall. I continue in a softer voice. We fought countless wanderers and monsters that looked like modified humans. Then we were the only ones left in the arena. The crowd, they went wild and screamed for us to fight each other to the death. It doesn't matter where you are in the cosmos. Every gladiatorial arena created by intelligent life abides by the same rule. There can only be one victor. So,
Either I kill you, or you kill me.
I sit up straight and touch the corner of his eye. I'm searching for that hidden color in his right eye. Yeah. But when we faced each other, you didn't attack. Instead, you took my hand and asked if I wanted to escape together. That nebula was more chaotic than the abyss. And I didn't see how it ended. Do you know if we managed to escape?
What do you think?
He brings his empty wine glass closer and presses its cool surface against my forehead.
If we hadn't, then who exactly are you looking at right now?
We're pretty special, huh?
Speaking of which, you never doubted yourself, or worried about my capabilities for that matter.
Then you went through hell and back, barely escaped with your life, and arrived in the N109 zone before it fell.
More or less. Have you ever considered that me landing in the N109 zone wasn't a coincidence?
Because of the Gaia Research Centre. Sylus remained nonchalant. I found some documents in the corridor of the old facility. The Unicorn Research Team. Rather, the Gaia Research Centre as a whole was attempting to establish contact with deep space. The Unicorn researchers wanted to recreate a powerful cosmic energy source, which exists within me, as an ether core.
Do you believe what Dimitri said?
I believe him. Dimitri's words correlates with the data we have. He wasn't pretending, and I also think that he's telling the truth because one person cannot be that passionate and crazy and hell-bent unless they are fighting for something that they believe in, which is the truth. Strip away the outlandish claims and his message is actually quite simple. I possess destructive power in bed. Trying to keep my thoughts from dwelling on Dimitri's fanatical declarations, I turn Sylus's glass in my hands. Something weird happened in the collision chamber, and I was about to lose consciousness. This planet, the starry sea above us, and the depths of deep space that are invisible to the naked eye. They all seem to have some kind of force that resonates with me. Were those things ether cores? Or something else? Now, when I think about the deep space tunnel in the sky, I feel like I've gained an understanding that goes beyond what's currently known about it. It's not the source of all disasters, no. It's a bridge connecting us to civilizations more superior than humanity's. Maybe Dimitri wasn't lying. It's possible I have the power to destroy everything. My thoughts travel through that darkness in the collision chamber and how I sank into an overwhelming strength. It's strong enough to erase an entire planet. Now what lies dormant inside me is a powerful and uncontrollable pair of red eyes that are really close to my face right now, looking at me very sexily. Oh, look at those lips, those eyebrows, the pale skin, the albino look. Ah yes, the vampiric dragon. Oh, how I love him so much. Suddenly, a hand grasps my chin. Whoa! My gaze lands on Sylus's disinterested expression.
When I pulled you out of the giant glass tank, you looked like you were in so much pain that you wanted to die.
Oh, dude.
If it really hurts, then stop. Don't force yourself. And don't ever make that face again while you're at it.
I look directly into his right eye. Mesmerizing ether core within it remains tranquil, and my racing thoughts slowly calm down. He can always pull me back, right? Just like before. Whoosh. Are you mad? I didn't do anything. As I look up at him expectantly, Sylus stays silent for a moment. Then he appears interested. Grabbing my hand, he leads me outside.
No, but you slept for too long. I'm bored.
So where are you dragging me off to now? You want to have some fun?
I'll help you get used to wielding devastating power. That way you'll be a bomb who doesn't always think about self-destruction.
Huh. He's a gamer, bro, and I love it. Yo, Sylus the gamer, bro. Come on, bro. You want to game with me, bro? You want to play the new Dota 2 patch, bro? Yo, Archie. Yo, you here? Yo, bro. You want to play Street Fighter, bro? Oh, yeah, Street Fighter, bro. You want to play Fortnite? Oh, he's so peak. We enter a familiar dimly lit room. Sylus helps me into an egg, and he puts the hologram helmet over my head. As the pod slowly closes, my body tenses. Sylus taps on the glass. Although I can't hear anything outside, I read his lips. Now come, conquer everything in your path, starting with me. Oh my gosh, this character is... This character! Peak man. It's so cute. I thought he treated the twins like shit, but he treats them really well and they seem really fun. He's peak man. He's a gamer, he's got a six-pack.
It's time to get moving.
Come on.
Are you prepared to...
Take this!
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty
This
to go
is
around.
really fun.
That's more like it.
He's our daddy.
I guess it's
Oh.
gonna fight dirty. You're too close.
That was
That's
so
my
funny.
spot.
I was
Go back to the...
I
Take this!
It's time to
I was
serve
about
the
to have a
main
sip of my
course.
drink,
There's plenty to
and
go
then the
around.
lady's like,
It's your
"Oh,
turn.
yo, she's had too much
I
wine,"
was
and I'm
just
like,
careless.
"Okay."
Let's settle this in one fell swoop.
Yeah, that's his nickname for
Bring
me,
it on.
Peak Man.
I'm getting the hang of this.
Oh,
Take this.
It's time to serve the main course.
There's plenty to go around.
this is a wonderful story,
Bring
but
it
I'm
on.
enjoying very much
Go
every part
back
of
to
it.
the pit you came from.
This is only the beginning.
There's more than enough to get our fill.
I've been working out.
It's time for an energy storm.
Gotta look like that someday.
Level everything to the ground. It's your turn.
Okay, if you say so. It's time to meet your... Don't forget about the person next to you when you run into... It's not often you get a challenge like this.
It's not often you get a challenge like this. Damn, the way he said it. You dreamy bastard. Isn't he a beautiful man? Okay. I wonder how much we can get through today. Do you reckon we can get through the whole thing today? After matching wits with Sylus for 47 rounds, my heavy eyelids forced me to be the one to call it quits first. I slept so deeply that when I woke up, I found myself in my own bed. I had been moved there and didn't even stir once. Was I really that exhausted? Or do I trust him too much? I massage my throbbing temples as I recall the information I received during our breaks last night. Sylus's curiosity was piqued by these mysterious antimatter weapons, and he decided to investigate their origin. Luke and Kieran were equally thrilled. They rubbed their hands together as if to say, "Ooh, we finally have something fun to do." Given the usual efficacy of Onikinus' leader, that mysterious hunter will soon cross paths with an odd little group consisting of a boss man, 2 troublemakers, and their crow. As for the key found in the ruins of the Gaia Research Centre, will it unlock the secrets of a hidden past, or take me down another path that leads into an unknowable future? Either way, it's what I have to investigate next time. I look around the room to find every curtain has been drawn shut with great precision. Not even the smallest sliver of light can get in. My place got turned into a cave, basically. And only he'd do that. I walk to the window, and as soon as I pull back the curtains, blinding light floods my vision. As far as the eye can see, a cold radiance has engulfed the city. A blanket of snow covers every building, and Zayn is about to make an appearance. It's snowing in Lincoln. I wonder who, the snowy man, who is that? Who is going to come and see us today? For a while, I've been investigating my past and uncovering Ever's secrets. And now this ever-changing precarious world seems to face an unprecedented crisis. Protofield disturbances, climate anomalies. Some say Earth's climate system has broken down, and a disaster comparable to the Chrono Rift catastrophe is imminent. Others claim Earth is on the verge of collapse. All tectonic plates will shatter, and thus human civilization will end. Yet among all those discussions about the end of the world, Earth's collapse, and civilization's downfall, what actually descends upon Lincoln City is a silent snowfall that transforms the city into a pure white expanse overnight. Backtrackers, Lemuria, everything is starting to make sense now. But what about the life on the higher plane of existence? The emissary of the divine? Hey!
Long time no see!
Yeah, it's been a while.
Back from your leave already? Captain Jenna said you had some personal matters to take care of. Is everything okay?
On my administrative leave, only Jenna knew about my city to the ruins of the Gaia Research Centre in the N109 zone. After hesitating for a moment, I shake my head and smoothly change the subject. I'm fine. You could say I went back home. By the way, have you heard of the term emissary of the divine before? It's supposedly connected to civilizations on a higher plane of existence. Existence. I need to pronunciate my words better. Among all the rampant doomsday theories, the concept of being watched by civilizations with higher dimensional beings is actually the easiest to understand.
It can mean a messenger who can communicate with godlike entities.
Even if they do exist, finding someone like that would be harder than finding aliens.
The sound of typing behind me suddenly stops, and when I raise my head, I see Nero has come over to join the discussion.
And if those higher dimensional life forms aren't saying anything, well, even an emissary might not know they're one.
I've also heard that the next mass extinction might be just around the corner.
Nero silently rubs the area between his eyebrows. He's unconvinced.
Isn't that just propaganda spread by prototists to push for the development of protocore technology?
Not necessarily. In this vast, endless universe, who knows how many civilizations are locked in battle? Our Earth might be the only surviving blue dot among them all.
You're joking. Amidst the ongoing discussion, my thoughts begin to wander. Maybe Eva thinks our civilization is already approaching the limits of biological evolution, pursuing the transcendence of evolution to counter this supposed crisis. That must be their true objective.
As a side note, there were strange omens before the 2034 Chrono Rift catastrophe. A polar night was present for 3 consecutive days.
While conversing, everyone unconsciously turns to look at the heavy snow outside. It falls as if descending from the cosmos itself.
Regardless of whether Earth falls apart or the world ends, as long as the subway runs and wanderers exist. We need to fulfill our duties as hunters and protect this city.
I like her spirit. She's got good vibes. You know, is it Simone? She's cute, but her vibes are like a little sus, you know? She's a little bit too gung-ho. Is that even a word? Do you guys know what that means? Or like for me, it's like really like go for it. She like goes for it. Simone is a baddie. Yeah. She's a bit sus, but she's cute. She's really cute. Oh, you can't see the warnings? I'm guessing Zayn's gonna come soon though. It's snow. It's his moment, right? Right, I'll do one more and then we have a quick break here. It's 5 PM and a lecture titled Life's Boundaries is underway in Lincoln University's largest lecture hall. Aside from medical students, students from other departments have taken a seat to listen. In the packed lecture hall, the speaker stands. His back faces a projection of a beating heart model, and his authoritative voice is steady.
Life itself is not endless.
I called it.
Life and death, health and illness. These seemingly opposing concepts maintain the balance of life itself.
An inquisitive student raises her hand.
But with today's medical technology, we can potentially do gene editing, cellular regeneration, and even human modification. If immortality becomes achievable, why should we still accept death as the end of life?
If we set aside morals and ethics, these technologies could make immortality possible. But this also means that our goal in the medical field has shifted from conquering disease to conquering death itself.
Good point. Zayn's gaze sweeps across every face in the room, his tone remaining calm as usual.
To conquer disease is to extend life, but to conquer death is to control it. Can we still call ourselves humans after being modified and losing human characteristics? How do we even define human existence?
Hushed discussions fill the lecture hall. Zayn looks towards the back as someone quietly opens the door. A familiar figure appears. She quickly slips into the back row, her coat leaving a trail of melted snow on the floor. He quickly shifts his gaze and continues with his previous point.
Life can be extended, but the cycle of life and death should not be controlled.
After the lecture ends, Zayn is completely surrounded by eager students. I sit in the back row and wait as students file out behind me.
Did you see the news? How could they accuse Dr. Zayn of disregarding human life and abandoning his patients? They're saying he has no ethics.
It all started when some government official's kid got diagnosed with protocore syndrome. They tried to use their family connections to pressure Dr. Zayn into prioritizing their surgery.
What do you guys think? I'm curious to know what you guys think in the chat. Can you do a poll? Like, do you think achieving immortality is, like, ethically good or bad? That'd be interesting. I mean, Dr. Zayn says no. So maybe you Sims might say the same.
But he refused and went to treat another patient who needed more urgent treatment.
Oh. So that's why they're spreading all those nasty rumors about Dr. Zayn online. What a piece of work.
As the students' conversation fades into the distance, I stop eavesdropping and nod in quiet agreement. Spotting a few reporters approaching the lecture, I catch Zayn's eye and wave. I silently mouth a sentence. Zayn glances in my direction, nods, and makes his way through the crowd of students.
That will be all for today. Someone is waiting for me.
After helping Zayn dodge the reporters, we leave the university and stroll through the snow-covered streets bathed in evening's golden light. You can do a poll on YouTube as well. You're good at making complex topics clear and accessible, Dr. Zayn. Now, if I were a few years younger, I'd sneak into your lectures every day.
Really? What was the second key point from the third section?
Yeah. Faced with Zayn's knowing smile, I sigh and turn to walk in the opposite direction.
Where are you going?
I need to find a time machine so I can hear your brilliant lecture from start to finish. 3, 2, before I can even finish my silent countdown, he grabs my hand.
Come back. I only saw you arrive near the end of the lecture. The time machine must have not been invented yet.
True. Coffee in hand, I sit down on a roadside bench as Zayn hands me a weathered envelope.
Here's the information you requested.
The wax seal on the envelope is still intact. The documents themselves have small creases. Exchanging documents while sitting on a bench. We're like those secret agents trying to save the world in the 007 movies.
Given what you've asked me to investigate, it is certainly a secret that concerns the fate of the world.
I vaguely remember Zayn mentioning Dr. Noah's Arctic expedition research, which might be connected. A cryptic patterns etched into the key seem to point towards the traces of primordial civilization.
14 years ago, a research team ventured into the Arctic to study life's boundaries. They made an unexpected discovery in an ice cave. According to the surviving documents, the pictographs they recorded in the ice cave bear a striking resemblance to the patterns on the biometric key. Some members of the expedition team mysteriously disappeared. Others joined the Unicorn research team. Dr. Noah has a photocopy of the expedition journal. It's incomplete, but he hopes it can help you.
Signals from deep space. The ether core. The key. The clues form an intricate web in the darkness. It stretches across the boundaries of time and space itself. Almost unnoticeable, each strand is being woven into place. They're waiting for that singular moment when everything is taut. Please, thank Dr. Noah for me. How's he doing? What about Pi and the others?
He and the animals are doing well. You remembered to ask about the animals, but have you forgotten something?
My keys? What have I forgotten? Huh? It dawns on me. Do you need special attention too?
Do I look invincible to you?
Ah, he's so cute. Thinking about how rare our meetings and calls have been lately, I do feel a twinge of guilt. So, how has Zayn been lately? You been sleeping well? Do you still get nightmares?
I'm doing well.
Now I need to transition to Zayn's hair. I need to like... This is like undone hair. Okay, there you go. Caleb, Zayn. For some reason, my words elicit a soft chuckle from Zayn.
You've already made time to pick me up after class. And since I'm on my way to work, why don't you walk with me? You can do it as you head back to the Hunters Association.
This music is beautiful. Traffic is at a standstill. During the evening rush hour, fortunately, Axo Hospital and the association are within walking distance, so we decided to continue on foot. Snowflakes dance through the streets as the intersection's traffic lights turn red. The flow of vehicles stop. Pedestrians pause on the sidewalk, their heads tilted upward as they wait. They watch the massive holographic display flicker above the intersection.
Ever has officially launched the Fountain of Ate initiative. In addition, we urge all citizens to stay safe while traveling. If there's an emergency, please seek immediate assistance from the evil police or deep space hunters.
Something happened at Azure Square in Imperial Ring Park. They're saying the alterum appeared or something.
No wonder the news keeps telling us to be careful lately. Having wanderers around was bad enough. Now we have to deal with the alterum too. With one disaster after another in this godforsaken world, maybe it should just end already.
She either sounds like Talia or she sounds like the new Jenna. This passerby is like Jenna, right? Or Talia, it's one of them. I can't help but stifle a small smile after listening to that pedestrian.
And for our final story, a medical controversy surrounding protocore syndrome has drawn widespread public attention.
Are doctors healing or killing? And the future of protocore syndrome. These sensational headlines drift past my ears in quick succession. Despite being at the center of this media storm, Zayn doesn't even glance at the screen. The news keep using that same stone-faced picture of you from Axo Hospital's website. It's basically decades old at this point.
What? Are you tired of looking at it?
I was just thinking. If Dr. Zayn had smiled even 1 pixel's worth in that photo, then maybe these rumors wouldn't have gotten far. Zayn tilts his head as if he's playing along. He shows the tiniest hint of a smile. But no matter what challenges or criticism you face, nothing seems to shake your decisions or judgment.
What about you? Although you're not saying anything, I can tell something is on your mind. If it's a long story, well, this path might be short, but we can always turn around and walk some more.
Nothing. Nothing at all ever escapes his notice. After hesitating for a moment, I tell him about what happened to me in the N109 zone. So Zayn,
Those monsters and that cosmic void in the sky, it's all because of you!
Yes, we saw this guy called Dimitri.
You are this world's calamity.
And,
we should have destroyed you years ago.
Yeah, and then, like, maybe I shouldn't mention Sylus to Zayn, but, we met this crazy guy called Dimitri, and, there was a really sexy dude called Sylus. I mean, no, sorry, I not meant to mention him. He was a very mysterious man, tall, long legs, really long legs, super long legs, really long arms, huge chest, massive chest. Oh, the shoulders. Oh, the shoulders. Really girthy neck. Oh, bulging veins on the neck. Oh yeah. Sorry, Gaia Research Centre. Crazy dude. I'm a bomb. I'm a nuclear bomb. In fact, I am the source of like 300 megatrillion tons of power of nuclear bombs.
So what you're saying is that they almost put you down in the N109 zone.
You didn't have to phrase it like that, boy. He wanted to dispose of me like I was some kind of medical waste. Zayn's lips curve into a slight smile as he tucks my cold fingers into his coat pocket. And I feel something. I'm walking down this path now. It's strangely surreal. And thick.
Are you more lost now? Or more certain?
Definitely more lost. Well, my very existence feels too strange, and what's that thing poking me in your pocket? But does my existence mean anything in this world? I don't have my power. Oh! His hand warms my fingertips and possibly sweet roll Roxy's too. And I gently squeeze it. Then I realize it's not a hand.
Any identity is just a role we temporarily play. It doesn't encapsulate the meaning of one's existence. Even without the identity and responsibilities they assign to you, you've been living just fine.
What if I end up destroying this world one day?
Give me a heads up before you do. I'll make sure to use up all my vacation days first.
He pulls his hand away. Hand. At the last intersection, our brief walk quickly comes to an end amidst a crowd. After we cross the street, Banshee cannot breathe. A wave of sadness washes over me as she suffocates and goes blue. I force myself to smile anyway. Let's do our best, Zayn.
Wait.
Just as I take my hand away from his beautiful, bulging, strong hand, he catches my hand again. Then he pulls me closer and I'm almost completely enveloped in his coat. Looking down, I notice the package. Simple, understated gift. He takes out a scarf. Oh, fuck. He takes out a scarf and the soft fabric gives off a gentle, warm glow under the street light. Today's not even a holiday. Why'd you have that gift for me?
I didn't have a good excuse. But after hearing about your rather fascinating origin story...
He slightly leans down and carefully wraps the scarf around my shoulders. Yes, it's a scarf. It's a scarf,
Let's
guys.
call it a celebration of your arrival in this world.
A mix of uncertain emotions wells up inside me. They gradually melt away with the warmth of the touch. Did you find time in your busy schedule to knit this scarf, Dr. Zayn?
I picked it out. Is it not sincere enough?
He raises his hand to smooth my disheveled hair. The snowflakes that landed on his forehead slowly melt away.
Whether it's ever or something else, the path you've chosen will be full of challenges.
You okay there, buddy?
You'll encounter many people with ill intentions. But more importantly, you must be confident about your own choices.
He's always talking in like a whisper. But more importantly, you must be confident about your own choices.
There are certain things that you can never take back.
That you can never take back. Oh, yes. In the vast expanse of snow, neither of us takes a step forward. Then, my first correct choice for today must have been seeing you.
Thank you for choosing me.
With 10 seconds left on the green light, he waves goodbye with his back turned before walking into the snowy, dusky blue twilight. I watch his figure disappear into the distance before tightening my grip on the documents that stick out like a sore thumb. Looking around the bustling intersection, I am surrounded by a constant flood of noise and information. It seems every sound and flash of a screen pushes the people towards their next split-second decision. Well, with this key, I might finally unlock the secrets from 14 years ago. They all involve the ether core. Or rather, my own secret. I take a deep breath and turn around the street. Turn towards the street that will lead me to the association. Good start so far. Good start. You enjoy that chapter? I enjoyed that chapter. That was kind of fun. Right, let's read some of the chatties. Do you guys like my innuendos? My sexual innuendos. The music goes hard. Staris Sherry. I love Zayn's humor so much. It seems to be a very happy Friday. That's a good comment. It's a very happy Friday for Zayn, guys. He's like, you get enveloped by his coat, and then he's like, and then you go, and you go, Zayn, Dr. Zayn. Gosh, goodness me. What have you got packing there, mister? And then getting bad, she's like, I can't breathe. It's so funny. I love Banshee. She's great. She's really fun to talk to, guys. If you ever see Banshee on Discord or anywhere else, then hit her up. She's cute. I don't know about y'all, but this man is my husband. They're so flirty for this being the main story. I just can't. Adrian Revel. He is my Ni-chan's main too. Hello, I'm New. Hello, New. I'm Nate Doggo. Mari said that too. I was 2 seconds from doing the same thing. Thank you, Zayn. Mistakes. Some mistakes are built to last. Oh. He's not my main, but I love him almost as much. Who's your main, Mio? He's so sincere with that underlying vulnerability. Let me change the camera because I'm going to go... There you go. Zayn is so soothing. Hi, kiddo. I'm from Lexi's chat. I saw you reaching to her. Hey. Thank you, Nate. I'm here to entertain. Fun. Oh no, Nate. Ah ha ha. You're great too, Nate, and the Discord is the bee's knees / I said what? Haha, I'm Echelon. Cool. Xavier's your favorite. Interesting. Do I mind not telling what mic I'm using? People get really upset because they're like, man, that mic is so cheap. That just sounds so good. It's the Samsung Meteor mic. I think I bought it about 10 years ago. It's like 20 quid. think it's about 20. It's about 50 quid, I think. Yeah, about 50 quid. Yeah, I mean, it works. It's definitely really good. And I changed the settings recently so that it picks up like my whispers, you know. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go have a little break. So 5-10 minutes. Should we do that? Should we do that as a break? Let's do that as a break. Yeah, 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Some long for longevity before fading to dust. Some long for eternity. Is that the lyrics? Something something. Stop. Yeah, we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yeah, Sylus's music is good. It's very good. Right, so where were we? My lovely viewers, my ladies. Everyone here? Gonna double check. Everybody here? Don't want to leave people behind. Oh, it's stuck in my eye again, my hair. Okay, present. Reporting for duty. Sweet. Hey, June. Hey, June. If everyone doesn't know who June is, she's the lovely lady that makes guides and essentially content for the channel or for the Discord to help figure out how you go through Abyss. And unfortunately, I've been neglecting that side, so I haven't been able to use them so much, but June's lovely. 10 bowls it is. Wow, June's here. Look how popular June is, hey? Look at that. Right, June, we are just going through the most recent content. We're trying to digest it. So we are with Zayn now, and we've just passed Sylus's arc, so. Heavy snow falls steadily as darkness settles earlier than usual. Standing tall in the heart of the city, Axo Hospital remains brightly lit, as always.
Are doctors healing or killing?
Hey.
Exposing the dark truth behind Axo Hospital's division of cardiac surgery? What kind of ridiculous headlines are these?
Oh, please. Dr. Zayn has plenty of connections. He's treated everyone from the mayor to gang members.
Like her voice.
Besides, Axo Hospital has plenty of friends in reputable media outlets. If it comes down to a media war, no one can predict the winner.
I like her voice. I don't know why. It's attractive.
You don't appear to be very busy.
I'm like, Dad, can you not be so loud? Everyone instantly straightens up like soldiers at attention once they hear a familiar voice. Nervous, they greet Dr. Zayn.
Grayson, contact Dr. Joel at Chansha Hospital and ask him to send over the files for those Protocore syndrome patients. We need to develop a new treatment plan for the patient with abnormal symptoms in bed number 12. They were transferred from the ER.
Got it. I'll contact him right away.
We might see more cases with abnormal symptoms. With patients being frequently transferred from the ER, everyone needs to be on call.
Oh man, on-call sucks. Oh damn, Dr. Zayn is wearing glasses. I must too. Wear my glasses. Hey there. After methodically delegating the remaining tasks, the staff watches as Zayn disappears down the hallway.
Dr. Zayn's composure is something else. He is not that much older than us, too. How is there such a huge gap?
It's like the difference between gods and mortals. You can only admire him from afar.
Her voice is so wispy. I love that voice. It's lovely.
Come on, let's get back to work. The best way we can help Dr. Zayn is by doing our jobs well.
She sounds a little bit like Jinx from Arcane. Like she's got that wispiness in her voice, like very husky. Yeah, you get what I mean.
Come on, let's get back to work. The best way we can help Dr. Zayn is by doing our jobs well.
Maybe it's the same voice actor. At 2:30 AM, Zayn gets into his car after finishing his work. A notification pops up on his phone. The hospital director approved his application for the medical research project. His phone rings. Zayn glances at the screen. It's Dr. Noah.
Zachary just called. He said you want to join the Fountain of Atay research project?
Yes.
This isn't surprising to Zayn. He can already imagine the two AXO hospital higher-ups discussing the matter.
Thank you for convincing the director, Dr. Noah.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
You decided to do this after returning from Mount Eternal?
Silence fills the air in response, but the answer is already clear.
You make decisions surprisingly fast whenever it involves that incident.
William.
I can't tell if the past is a chain that binds you, or a force that drives you.
Zayn lowers his gaze, his expression remaining perfectly unfazed. Not a single hint of emotion appears.
Perhaps it's both.
You're still young. You're not alone in this world. Don't try to shoulder everything by yourself.
Well, he's not wearing glasses anymore. Before hanging up, Dr. Noah purposefully lets out another exaggerated sigh. Zayn lowers his phone, its light slowly becoming dim in the heavy darkness of the night.
With so many people behind me, I should be the one walking ahead, yes?
At 3 in the morning, a lone car glides across the wet streets before coming to a stop in front of Mount Tosio. A store employee has just flipped the sign to closed, but when they turn around, their final customer of the day greets them.
You're just in time, Dr. Zayn. 1 minute later, and we would have been closed.
I'm sorry for coming in so late.
I like her voice.
I'll have 1 sea salt chiffon cake and 1 dark chocolate hazelnut brownie. Both of them to go.
What's a chiffon cake?
Yes. For the next month, could you please deliver 1 dessert each day to this address?
A whole month?
Yes.
You can't do it?
We can.
We can. It's just that you've already reached our highest tier for award points. We can't give you anything else right now. Are you going on another trip, Dr. Zayn?
Please deliver the new menu items when they become available.
Yo, if he likes that much candy and sweets and carbs and fat and sugar, how does he look that good? And he's always working. Like, you can't get that ripped from being a surgeon.
Thank you.
Don't worry. I wrote down the address. Let me just confirm the customer's name one more time. This is the young lady, right?
Yeah. As he places the desserts on the passenger seat, he notices the snow has already accumulated. It's about 1 inch deep on the road. The car radio broadcasts tomorrow's weather report. Overcast skies with heavy snow again. Experts have yet to determine the cause of these unusual weather patterns. Zayn lowers his head, opens his recent contacts, and carefully writes a message about his departure. As he imagines her reaction, he's embraced in a reverie, his features softening with a gentle tenderness. After sending the message, he opens the notes on his phone. The most recent entry was made at 4 AM the day before yesterday. First dream. Second dream. Mount Eternal. Third dream. Mount Eternal. William. Fourth dream. Chocolate. Potted jasmine. Gravestone. Monsters. 14th dream. Too fragmented. I can't remember anything clearly. Ever since he returned from Chanxia City, these nightmares have appeared more frequently. It's as if fate is sending him omens. Trying to ease the dull ache of fatigue, Zayn massages his temples. He turns off his phone and tosses it onto the seat and grips the steering wheel. Or the steering wheel. The windshield wipers sweep away the snow, but the snowfall grows heavier by the minute. He can barely see less than 50 meters ahead. When Zayn finally makes out the two white shapes as a mother and a child stumbling along, his car is already dangerously close to them. He jerks the wheel violently to one side. The tail lights cut arcs through the snow, and the car crashes through the wave-shaped guardrail. He comes to an abrupt stop in a strip of green vegetation. Terrified, the mother and her child fall. The kid in her arms is covered in crystals and resembles a twisted glass sculpture. In the darkness, pierced by headlights, Zayn sees something approaching the pair with slow, deliberate steps. Its breath is warm, its presence screaming danger.
Stay back!
It wears human's clothes, but there's nothing human about this creature. Crystals have consumed most of its massive body that's hunched over. Strange growths are still pushing through whatever is left of its skin. Its face is twisted in a grotesque expression. Its pupils gleam an eerie dark blue. Each step it takes makes the ground tremble.
Stay away!
With trembling hands, the woman covers her child's eyes.
Don't be scared. It's okay. Don't be scared.
Inside the car, Zayn's nerves suddenly tense as the ringing in his ears, which had subsided, violently returns. Sharp spikes grow from the ice materializing in his hand. Zayn raises his arm and aims the icy thorns at the monster. The colors of the night silently encroach into this power. It's like death itself. As the monster raises its hand towards the mother and child, a cold gleam suddenly cuts through the air and pierces its chest. Fragmented ice blooms from the monster's chest and almost covers its entire body. The woman looks up in shock to see a figure step out from the car. Moonlight illuminates his cold, almost mechanical gaze. As the monster lunges forwards, a thin blade of ice instantly materializes in his palm. Sleek like the wind and emanating deadly frost, it flies towards the monster's body in the blink of an eye.
Mommy!
It's okay. Someone's here to help us. Just hold on a little longer. Stay awake. Promise me.
Amidst the shattering of ice crystals, everything seems to freeze in time. The monster falls to the ground and snow flies everywhere, obscuring all visibility. A white mist appears. A violent gust of wind howls and sends ice crystals towards the motionless woman. Still dazed from the recent brush with death, she stares ahead. From the blizzard, footsteps approach. Each step echoes and is like the ticking of a countdown.
Please, save my son. He hasn't turned into a monster yet. He won't become one of them.
The tall man blocks the car's headlights and casts a shadow over the mother and child before him. The woman shrinks back in fear, and the chocolate slips from the child's trembling hands. It falls onto the snow.
Saving him would be pointless.
He's got chocolate as well, just like in the anecdote. He's like eating chocolate. The kid's holding chocolate. It's crazy.
How dare you!
Ignoring her anger, Zayn bends down to pick up the chocolate and holds it out to her. Ice crystals fall from his fingertips, landing on the chocolate's wrapper. They melt to wash away the blossoming bloodstains.
He's beyond saving.
No! He hasn't turned into a monster! He's still alive! He...
Heart-wrenching sobs slice the darkness as clouds once again obscure the moon. Zayn's silhouette quickly dissolves into the snowy night. Damn. It looks like some Zayn is becoming the Dawnbreaker. And I don't think he has a choice. He goes gym and combat wanderers of MC. Yeah, but he's so busy doing work, guys. Even if you worked out though, you would not have a body like that if you ate like desserts every day. There's no way. There's no way. He can't be that busy then, can he? He can fit in a workout. He should come to my job. If you want to know busy, Dr. Zayn, come to my job, where everyone doesn't do their job. It's great. You're saying you need to start switching up your treats. Very un-Zayn-like. Dreams are funny things. If you're an Olympic swimmer, you will. Or he has the power of crazy metabolism. Zayn just doing Zayn things, I think. And we will use Sylus. Ooh. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the chat, whoever's joined. So Sweet Roll Roxy has followed. Thank you. Jerk off to El Savoys. El Savoys.
Here comes Doomsday.
Descends.
The immortality poll ended. What was that? What was the result of that actually?
You won't escape.
Just starting to.
Let me mute that for a bit. What was the result of that? Do you guys know? Bad. Fair. It was kind of bad. That was intense music. Drones are tough to manipulate. I love this Sylus myth card. I love it. Surgeons definitely do have upper body strength, but it's not comparable to lifting actual weights. Like you compare a laborer to a, is that how you call them? Like construction workers and stuff. They're very strong. Very strong people. Is that better? Let me add the YouTube sound to it. Wait. Yeah. Now you guys can hear it properly. I'll put this back here. Put this back here. We are doing the main story. I did take a look at Master of Fate, yeah. I think I did that maybe 3 streams ago, maybe? It's his rerun, right? It's very cool. I want to go through the myth, but I won't be pulling for it. Definitely won't be pulling for it. I think there'll be too many banners for me to try and catch up to if that's the case. Ooh, Dawnbreaker. Yo, 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 yo.
Does that say Dawnbreaker?
Chapter 3, Cosmic Spec, Death and Rebirth, Dawnbreaker. You can't see anything. That's okay. about to full screen it, so there you go. Dum dum dum. In the early morning, street lamps cast a bright, lonely glow across the snow-covered streets. It makes the city appear deserted. Barely able to keep his eyes open, a boy dozed off in the priority seat. He swayed back and forth during the trip until he finally bumped his head. It was before the bus stopped too.
Ow! Now arriving at Azure Square Station.
As soon as he gets
Please
off the bus,
remember to
cold
take
wind
all
mixed with
personal
snow hits his face. It washes away his drowsiness. This is the boy that was talking about Lincoln City. He rubs his eyes. Upon realizing where he is, his gaze instantly lights up.
Chuchi, wake up! We're here!
The journey between the Arctic and Lincoln City spans thousands of kilometers. After several transit changes, he finally returned to his starting point. After hurrying to a secluded bench and making sure no one's around, the boy carefully sets down his backpack and gives it an admonishing pat.
We're back. And you're not allowed to run off this time. Until we find the emissary.
Is this the sick
we
Belai?
need to stick to our usual plan.
I bet he's a sick
regular
Belai.
dog whenever there are people around.
And then he there's like a time gap or something, and he's like a traveler, and he's like this dude. I bet you.
You know, the fluffy kind that humans love to pet.
He does look
Got
like
it?
Sylus though.
We'll practice paw shaking later.
The boy awaits for a long while, but there's no response from the backpack.
Shuchi?
With a growing sense of dread, he unzips the backpack only to find a hole and a few tangled tufts of white fur. The wind whistles through the gap. No, like a time skip. I'm not saying the boy, guys. Come on. I mean, like, there's a time skip, and then the time skip is like, hey, where's Chi-Chi? And you're gonna be like,
I don't mind him anymore. I think he's beautiful.
everyone was a boy once. As in, like, everyone was a child once. Sorry, not everyone was a boy once. Everyone was a child once in their life. Studying the documents Zayn gave me, I searched through every library and archive in Lincoln City. You know, have you guys seen Dragon Ball Z? Come on, you know Trunks. Future Trunks, yeah? Trunks in the main timeline is a child. He's like a child, yeah? But future Trunks is like, hey, I'm from a badass timeline. He wears a jacket and he's got a sword, you know? Future Trunks. Come on. Future boy. Future boy, okay? Come on, hear me out. And he's called Sylus. I try my best to uncover the information about cosmic civilizations, hidden in the biometric key, but every search has come up empty. Several days of running around have taught me one thing though. Unlocking the key's secrets won't be something I can accomplish overnight. But right now, something else has caught my attention. Jenna.
These are special pathological cases where the subjects retain a human's physical features, but their consciousness has been eroded. Only primitive aggression and instincts remain.
Hello, sweetheart.
For now, we're designating them as alterum. These alterums share one common characteristic too. They were diagnosed with protocore syndrome.
A grown Gojo as sick alive. Yo! You crying? Protocore syndrome. 2 days ago, I received an unexpected message from Zayn at midnight. It was long after we parted ways. I have to go on a business trip. It's not dangerous, but we might not be able to contact each other for a while. Don't worry. I'm not going to Mount Eternal. Who is speaking? Is this Zayn?
My bad, I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about the Gojo. And I missed out.
I have to go on a business trip. It's not dangerous, but we might not be able to contact each other for a while. Don't worry. I'm not going to Mount Eternal. These sudden announcements had become the norm. I scrolled through my emojis and sent back a happy snowman with ellipses above its head. The words Protocore Syndrome act like a signal. They connect my earlier suspicions to create a clear pattern. This is under Zayn's field of expertise. Could his sudden departure be connected to these alterums? The description of the alterum reminds me of those so-called specimens I encountered in Skyhaven. With the alterum appearing in Lincoln City, does this mean the Fountain of Ate has entered another phase?
But according to these forum posts, a mysterious figure has appeared these past few days. They strike before the police do, and their codename is apparently Dawnbreaker.
Okay.
They always manage to deal with the alterum before the police can arrive.
Wait, what? Another urban legend?
Focus.
Jenna interrupts the off-topic discussion. The virtual display switches to show some photos from a crime scene.
As for these recent alterum attacks, the police need a hunter to investigate and detect metaflux readings. Does anyone want to volunteer?
Thinking these clues might help Zayn, I raise my hand without hesitation. I'll go, Captain. Should I close this now? I can hear Monty's teeth being brushed. Northern Ring Road crime scene. After receiving assistance credentials for my investigation, I head to Northern Ring Road that's located in the downtown area. A detective lifts the barricade tape and approaches me. After we shake hands, he leads me to the crime scene. After we shake hands,
Thanks for coming out when there's all this snow.
I'd like to say the same thing to everyone else who's here. I set up the precision scanner I brought on the ground and turn it on. Once the scan is complete, the data will be uploaded to the cloud that the association can access. Then a detailed report will be generated for police use.
Perfect. We've received some of the restored surveillance footage, so we can take a look at it. The surveillance equipment was damaged by the cold, though. I'm afraid the video quality won't be great.
I thought Lincoln City's outdoor surveillance systems were designed to withstand low temperatures.
The temperature dropped far below the equipment's tolerance threshold. It's safe to say the damage wasn't caused by natural means.
Zayn. In the low-quality footage the detective hands me, I managed to spot an unsettling figure lurking in the darkness. The creature's form is distorted. Weapons that look like hooked tendrils grow from its body. Compared to the ones I've encountered before, they seem to have grown significantly stronger. What about Dawnbreaker? Did you catch them on camera? The detective shakes his head.
They managed to avoid being captured by the surveillance system. Meticulous and efficient, I'd say.
As I approach the damaged guardrail by the road, my hunter's watch immediately starts blaring an alarm. The initial metaflux readings are extremely high. The alterum is already similar to a wanderer.
So that's it then. We should deal with these alterum before they completely degenerate into wanderers. Perhaps this so-called serial killer is actually a hero.
The detective gives me contemplative look.
However, from a hunter's perspective, do you see the alterum as humans? Or are they monsters that need to be destroyed like wanderers?
I mean, it depends, right? For me, if she a baddie turning into a monster, let her go. Your Honor, let her go. Human. 100%. 100%. If it was like grotesque and ugly, I would be like, Get him out of here. It's a monster. That's just me. Yeah, the line between humans and monsters depends on whether they've lost control. Yeah, that one. Yeah, totally. Once someone loses control, they become a monster capable of hurting others. Doesn't matter how prestigious their status might be.
What a thought-provoking answer.
The sharp wail of an ambulance siren cuts through the wind and snow. It grows louder as it approaches. We both look up, our gazes following
Wanderers, alterum, the deep space tunnel. Sometimes I think about the kind of fantastical world I'm living in. If a disaster even worse than the Chrono Rift catastrophe arrives, how much could humanity really do?
So the authorities are covering this up and classifying it as an accident. They must be trying to prevent the public from becoming even more panicked. He nods before shaking his head.
The alterum will cause panic, not the murderer.
Seeing my confusion, he smiles.
A blood-stained murderer is more relatable than these abominations. Yay or nay?
Is that how you spell yay? Isn't it Y-A-Y? Huh. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but something about this detective seems off. In any case, the association will provide the police with a formal energy analysis report. I should get going now. On my way home, I opened the forum post that Tara sent me a few minutes ago. It's about Dawnbreaker. Whoa, that's a lot of text. Let's expose the truth about the mysterious killer who only appears in snowy dawns. Dawnbreaker. Has anyone else noticed that the alterum in Lincoln City have been slowly disappearing these past few days? That's because a mysterious killer has appeared in Lincoln City. The Dawnbreaker. They appear between dawn and sunrise, vanishing without a trace at daybreak, hunting alterum ahead of the police. Inside scoop, 100% legit information, but don't ask me which insider. I can't say more. Dawnbreaker. The Alterum and Dawnbreaker, these names sound like links in a food chain, destined to exist in a perpetual cycle of predator and prey. Those monsters. Come to think of it, I'm not so different from them. Will there come a day when others will try to erase my existence? As this crosses my mind again, I find myself strangely at peace. What was that? I hear a strange noise behind me. When I turn around, I notice paw prints on the ground. What kind of animal left these? Squirrel? Dog? Cat? Sylus? Confused, I stand there, but then a white blur darts past in my periphery. My scarf suddenly tightens around my neck before vanishing. When I come to my senses, all that's left in the snow is a chaotic trail of footprints. The white blur has already vanished into the darkness around the street corner. Hey, my scarf! Typical London. I should just call it London City at this point. In the rundown, gloomy alleyway, only scattered spots of light fall upon the snow-covered ground. A dead end. It took my scarf too. Where did it go? Snow falls silently. My surroundings are so quiet that even the sound of breathing seems jarring.
Are you going to drag me back to the cocoon? I won't return!
That sounds like Caleb.
Are you going to drag me back to the cocoon? I won't return! Wait. You're Dawnbreaker. Just kill me already!
Dawnbreaker. My heart races as I hold my breath and silently move forward. As soon as I turn the corner, I raise my gun at the shadowy figure.
You...
Is that Caleb? In the dim lighting, several objects coldly flash from the figure's palm. They're eye shards, and they've pinned the teenager's sleeves and pant legs to the wall. Black crystals cover the teenager's left arm and neck, but he's different from the test subjects I encountered in Skyhaven. The realization hits me. He's an alterum.
I said you could kill me, not torture.
I suggest you stay quiet.
That voice! I freeze upon hearing a familiar voice and move my finger away from the trigger. In that split second, a sharp eye shard cuts through the air. It barely misses my cheek. Dawnbreaker, like the Grim Reaper, turns to face me. With cold indifference, I look at him. Zayn, the white creature that had vanished into the snowy night, suddenly appears from out of nowhere. I thought that was Zayn that made that squirrel sound. Threw me off a little bit. Banshee, there is a lot that kind of metaphors in this game, yeah. Based on previous info from BS... From BS? From BS? From bullshit? Am I interpreting that wrong? I think I am. Taking advantage of Zayn being momentarily distracted, the teenager breaks free from his restraints and pulls out a knife from his waist. With desperate wild eyes, he lunges at him. But his wrist is caught and twisted again. The cracking of a dislocated bone echoes through the alley.
What exactly is this cocoon you speak of?
Why do you need to know so much?
As if the word cocoon was burned into his nerves, the teenager suddenly jerks away. He clutches his crystallite left arm as he frantically runs to hide behind me. Spotting my gun, he forcefully grabs my hand and turns it.
If you're not going to kill me, then let me go. Stay back!
The flicker of surprise appears in Zayn's eyes, but that moment of uncertainty quickly fades, and his usual coldness returns. Zayn? Why are you here? To you too. Zayn, who should be away on a business trip, is in a remote alleyway in the middle of the night with an alterum teenager. He was addressed as Dawnbreaker too. Something isn't right. Come on, MC. Come on, MC.
You
haven't gotten to the point where death is necessary.
Zayn and I speak almost at the same time. I'm once again taken aback by the coldness in his voice.
But after tonight, that might change. The crystals will erode your body. Your skin will be split open, and your bones will be ground to dust. When it reaches your neck, you'll lose your voice. No one will hear you scream.
The person I've met before is the same one standing before me. Yet this version of Zayn feels like a stranger. His voice is cold. His gaze is cold. And even his breath is the epitome of coldness. Something seems to trigger a memory in the teenager. His voice trembles as his body curls like a bow being drawn back. He buries his face into his knees.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons.
Cocoons? Oh my gosh, what's a cocoon? Are you Dawnbreaker? You look like Dawnbreaker.
I want to live. But if I'm going to turn into a monster, what's the point? Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
Zayn remains silent and he lowers his gaze as ice crystals suddenly form in his palm. Is he really going to do this?
A dignified death doesn't exist. Thinking you're in control of the situation by choosing to die. You're only comforting yourself with a lie.
Yes, she's in a bit of a shock, but she is a trained Hunters Association qualified Miss Bodyguard, trained to not stutter and be in shock in these situations.
Did you escape just so you could die like a dog?
I guess she doesn't know. I get that she doesn't know much about the Dawnbreaker. But then, literally, in Eye of the Storm, me and Zayn, we went into like this ethereal place. It was like a domain expansion. And Zayn was dressed up just like the Dawnbreaker. And we were encountering, or perhaps encountering some people that were alterum people. So that she kind of knows more about it.
Don't lecture me with that nonsense!
Yeah. The teenager straightens up and lunges at me again, his hands trembling uncontrollably, yet he grips my gun with all his strength, refusing to let go.
You're a hunter. A hunter's gun can kill a monster like me, right? Pull the trigger already!
You can't be serious. With a flick of my wrist, I toss the hunter firearm away and kick it out of reach. The teenager desperately lunges for the firearm, but Zayn catches him by the waist and pins him against the wall. Stay calm. Focus on my breathing. Exhale. Inhale. You're trembling.
I
know you don't really want to die, so stop saying that. After several seconds pass, the teenager finally comes to his senses. He nods as if emerging from a trance. I steal a glance at Zayn. His expression is completely serene and unmoved. It's as if he's an aloof observer standing at the crossroads between life and death. I move closer to Zayn, firmly hold his hand in place, and give the teenager a gentle smile. You heard what he said, right? He said you can't die yet. He's the best cardiac surgeon in the city, and if he says there's hope for you, then you can be optimistic about the future.
He's a doctor?
I know he might not look like the part right now, but he truly is the best in the field. Just don't misunderstand his intentions. You need to go. Now. The teenager freezes for a moment. As soon as Zayn shifts his foot ever so slightly, the teenager spins around and runs away. Late into the night, the streets gradually darken. The lights reflected off the snow make streetlights appear soft and dim. After watching the teenager leave, I turn back to look at Zayn, who feels like a stranger. The small animal of an unknown breed stubbornly refuses to let go of his coat. It whimpers as he pushes it to the ground again. Oh, he just pushes it to the ground. Oh, there's just the two of us and this... What the fuck is that? Anyway, can you tell me what's going on? Did your business trip end early? Or did Axo Hospital call you back for an emergency? While I'm still asking questions, Zayn bends down to pick up the snow-covered scarf, and he stares at me as if trying to confirm something.
Is this yours?
Huh? If I remember correctly, this is the scarf you knit. No. Picked out 3 days ago. Oh my gosh.
Then it's mine.
He is the other Zayn. He is Dawnbreaker. As soon as he says this, Zayn walks right past me. Why are you suddenly acting like you don't know me?
Should I know you?
It is the other Zayn. Ah, yes.
If there's nothing else, I'll get going now.
But your home isn't there.
I know.
He stops in the snow and gives me a cold glance over his shoulder. His voice is devoid of any emotion.
The subway station is this way.
On the empty street, our footsteps crunch in the soft snow. With his tall stature and long legs, muscly arms, scarred body, veiny arms, beautiful, pale, porcelain ears. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All I can do is quicken my pace to catch up on him. Zayn, answer me. I step in front of him to block his path. A mix of frustration and disbelief makes my chest tighten.
What's the matter?
That's my line. Has your evil gone out of control again? The puppy whose species I don't recognize catches up to us. Its gaze flits between him and me.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Zayn casually brushes me aside and continues walking.
Hey, I think a couple is breaking up in the middle of the street.
The puppy quickly shakes the snow off its body and gives me a sympathetic look, and then runs after Zayn, who's already walking away. The two figures soon become dots in the snowy night. Whether it's because of frustration or anger, I stubbornly walk away without looking back, but after a few steps, I feel like something is wrong. Wait, the direction Zayn's heading in. My heart races as I quickly follow the footprints in the snow. Zayn lies unconscious on the ground, his brows tightly knitted as if darkness is dragging him down into its depths. Zayn? I crouch and shake his shoulders, but he doesn't respond no matter what I do. I can't just leave him like this. I try to help Zayn up. As my fingers brush against his neck, I feel a layer of frost. It's unnaturally black. Could this be related to his nightmares again? A heavy sense of foreboding weighs on my mind, but getting him out of here comes first. I struggle to support Zayn's weight as I drag him along, one step at a time. Why was he talking about taking the subway? This path actually leads to my apartment complex. I'm not sure. He does work out so he can eat what he wants. I get that. Easier said than done, my friend. Doesn't work like that. You can't do a 10-minute workout and then just eat a cake. Doesn't work like that. Takes freaking ages to build muscle. Hell yeah, imagine MC carrying. Maybe. With his weight pressing against my shoulder, even a usually short walk home felt endless. Zayn and I practically collapse onto the bed together. The snow from our couch scatter onto the floor. The little white animal anxiously bounces back and forth on the sofa. I pick it up and gently shake Zayn. His eyes remain closed. A streak of black silently emerges from his sleeve and creeps along his veins until it reaches the back of his hand. The black ice that appeared on his neck has already spread to this area. I need to wake him up from this dream. I reach out towards the side of Zayn's neck and gather my power. Here we go, baby. Boom. Almost instantly, I sense the chaotic surging power raging throughout Zayn's body. Like a force that's been suppressed for eons and is now finally breaking free, a bone-chilling cold surges forth. It makes my entire body shudder. Power within his body is unstable. That's why he lost unconsciousness. At that moment, Zayn's eyes snap open and he grabs my wrist.
What are you trying to do?
He grabs my hand and pins it. Encased in ice, my wrist is already stuck to the wall once I realize what's happening. You! Take several deep breaths to compose myself. I'm trying to help you treat the black ice. When did it start appearing?
While I was dreaming.
He lets go of my wrist and the ice crystals dissolve with it. I guess there's no point in asking. To my surprise, the black frost didn't disappear after our residence. It stubbornly remains on his body. Nevertheless, Zayn appears much better than before. Remembering how cold he felt, I take out a thermometer to check Zayn's temperature.
Extremely low temperature detected. To protect the device and extend its service life, the system will be automatically turned off in 1 minute.
Damn. Kinda cold. The reason for the extremely low temperature isn't concerned and tries to prop himself up. Seeing this, I pull out an old-fashioned infrared thermometer and aim it at him. Freeze. I press the sensor against his forehead and playfully pull the trigger.
You're being childish.
As expected, he doesn't move. Beep. Lost in thought, I stare at the screen showing his abnormally low temperature. I wonder all the surveillance cameras at the crime scene were damaged by extreme cold. Even though I'm not sure if it will help, I take out 2 fever pills and hand them to Zayn along with a glass of warm water.
That's medicine. It's bitter. I'm not consuming it.
You should try ibuprofen, it's got sugar coated on it. Now you're a doctor, you of all people can't complain about bitter medicine. For what must be the first time in his life, Zayn's face shows an expression that can only be described as okay. And just choked. Not knowing how to help him recover, I head to the kitchen and make fresh carrot juice. I doubt it will do anything though. Drink this instead. It's your favorite.
You know my preferences that well?
Zayn seems genuinely thirsty. He takes the glass, hesitates for a moment, and then chugs that bad boy down. Well, do you want to give me a more detailed review this time? He's probably so cold that when he drinks that carrot juice, it just turns into a lollipop. It's like, oh, what? It's like solid. It's just like, it's like that. It's like, as soon as he puts it down, it's just frozen in his throat. That's how I imagine. That's why he coughed. Because he's so cold that it turned the device off, right? Yeah, hell yeah. He definitely, it turns into a icicle lollipop, and he just throated that bad boy. And he spat it out. He just spat it out instantly. He was like, oh. Do you want to give a more detailed review this time? He meets my gaze as the entire glass of carrot juice turns into a solid column of ice in his hand.
It's awful.
I see your hatred for carrots is written in your DNA. As the night deepens, the hustle and bustle outside my window gradually fades into silence. I gather every blanket and quilt in the house to stack on top of Zayn. Then I crank my beer.
I'm not cold. I've already told you this. Take these blankets away.
Oh, he's so moody. Why don't you take them off yourself?
I don't have the strength.
Then don't move. He purses his lips only to furrow his brow a moment later.
You've been fussing over me for a while now. Is it for a particular reason?
You're important to me. Uncertainty flickers in his gaze.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want him to see my expression, so I turn away. The real reason is simple, actually. I'll slap you in the face. When he falls silent, I push away my chaotic force and turn his cold face towards mine. Dawnbreaker, you are very famous, my boy. So don't you dare run away or disobey me, or else I'll...
You'll what?
He asks softly. His chin is still tilted up by my hand as his gaze falls to meet mine. I'll make sure you won't live to see tomorrow's dawn. I yank the blanket up to block his voice and gaze in the darkness.
What you described is not the first time this happened to Zayn. I witnessed it once when he was doing research with me at Mount Eternal. He became a complete stranger overnight, and no one knew what happened to him.
I figured this wasn't the first time Zayn had been in this state. Dr. Noah's words only confirmed my suspicions. How did he recover from it?
That's something only he knows.
Over the phone, Dr. Noah sounds just as troubled as me.
Back then, he ventured deep into Mount Eternal by himself, as if he had something to do there. When we saw him the next day, he had returned to his usual self, the one we all knew. I guess whatever he needed to do was done.
Mount Eternal. That place seems to be hiding a burden that Zayn has never been willing to speak about. But my intuition tells me that whatever changed in Zayn must have happened before the Mount Eternal incident. Those black ice crystals, seemingly out of reach, they linger somewhere in the depths of my memories. When I open the door again, I find a ball of white fur sitting by the bed. It's Monty. When did you sneak in, little guy? As I get closer, I notice the creature is contained within a semi-transparent dome made from the ice evil. It restricts its movements. I don't even need to ask who did this. Zayn, really? Come on. Come on, man. The puppy-like animal lets out what sounds like a bark of agreement. I reach out to dispel the evil ice barrier. Then I sit down with the creature in my arms. Now closest to Zayn, I can see his eyelashes trembling in his deep sleep. They're like the wings of a weary bird that's finally resting at home. I don't know what you're dreaming about, but I hope they're sweet dreams. Good night, Dr. Zayn. Yeah, how can you trap Monty? Come on. In the stillness of the night, only the white creature notices a faint sound. A subtle energy seems to be flowing. The white animal's ears twitch as it looks up at Zayn and the girl's joined hands. The cold, corrosive sensation gradually fades. A warmth surges through Zayn's cold fingertips like water traveling through a leaf's veins. For this soul that's been trapped in nightmares for so long, the unmelting black ice covering his body finally recedes, bit by bit. Interesting. Whoa. So he's not... It's the same Zayn that we know, but they've like swapped bodies? Or he lets him take over? Is that how I understand it? Like a body swap? Or like, maybe it's like the Hulk, he just kind of turns into someone. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. It's kind of turning the way I didn't expect it to. I thought they would meet, but now they're not going to meet. They're just using each other's body. Is that correct? Yeah. Gosh, my hair's a mess again. It looks okay here, but then when you see it on camera, it just looks rubbish. What's my hair doing? What? You don't recognize me? My mic's here. Zhuangji's Butterfly Man quote, only it's man. Oh fuck. I don't know what that means. Dawnbreaker's mind. Because he doesn't even know who MC is.
The investigation into the alterum and the unidentified suspect is still ongoing. We urge all citizens to remain vigilant, avoid spreading rumors, and exercise caution when traveling alone at night.
It's already the next morning when I wake up. Groggy, I prop myself up and press my temples to clear my mind. Besides me, Zayn is still asleep. It's a rare sight at this hour. I lean closer and slowly become aware of his steady breathing. I watch it as it slightly stirs the fabric across his chest. Whoa. Can you hear me? Here we go. Whistle edition. Thank you for poking me in the forehead. My nose does whistle after all. Maybe that's, if I was the 6th LI, maybe that's like, that's the sign that you know I'm not me. I'm the Dawnbreaker me. It's when my nose whistles. This is payback for making me haul you home through the heavy snow yesterday. Yeah, whistle nose evil, exactly. I can whistle through my nose. Can you subscribe? It's my party trick. When I ever go to parties and I meet these people, I'm like, hey. Noot noot. Happy birthday. Can you guys hear it now that I've changed my settings? That is so cool. It's very cool. It's actually very impressive, I know. I don't know how I do it, though. I don't know how I do it. I don't get lost, though. If you ever need to try and find me and it's very cold and snowy and wintry and you've lost me in the middle of the night in the city, you'll be like, Nate, where are you? Where are you? And you'll just hear... And then you'll be like, oh, there he is. Yep. Hey! Anyway, enough about me. Can you do that, Zayn? Can you whistle through your nose? Holding back my laughter, I gave Zayn's nose a gentle pinch. It really hurt when you rose my wrist, big boy. So I'm going to pinch your nose for that.
Is messing around with people while they sleep a habit of yours?
You know, with my nose, I could technically learn Morse code and do the SOS with my nose. I could technically SOS. Or like, just imagine if I'm a football referee and I need to say foul, I can use my nose and just like, instead of whistle, like, hey, yellow card. Zayn? Yeah, enough about me. The morning light filters through the curtains and falls onto his tousled hair. Looking into those eyes, I can tell that familiar Zayn has returned.
Yes.
Joy wells up inside me as I wave my hand in front of his face. Are you finally awake from your nightmare? He nods, and as he stretches his neck, I see the black ice on his body has completely disappeared. No, it doesn't hurt. You're actually back to normal.
You could phrase that differently.
I can't do it whenever I want. It's certain conditions the little man starts blowing his horn in my nostrils. So like usually conditions are like if it's cold, if it's not humid, dry. Yeah. Before he can say more, I embrace him. He doesn't pull away gently. He doesn't pull away and gently wraps his arms around my waist. Congratulations. I'm the first person you saw when you woke up.
Yesterday, when I was in that nightmarish state, did I trouble you?
You were kind of cute. Maybe a little. But you were kind of cute. Especially when I pinned you under the blanket.
You could only see the blanket. How was that cute?
I saw a bit more than the blanket, my boy. Seeing that cold and willful side of Zayn, even for one night, reminded me of when we barely knew each other. I feel at ease as everything falls into place. A moment passes and I look inside his eyes again. How much do you remember about yesterday? Zayn rubs his temples and sits up.
It's a little hazy.
That's your nose, not your temple.
But I remember most of it.
Including how you froze my electronic devices and hand to the wall? And how you even told me not to be nosy? He glances away for a moment in disbelief about my whistling nose.
I also remember how you stacked blankets on me and did a test with carrot juice.
Your memory is impeccable. So when did these nightmares start?
They became more frequent after I returned from Chansha City. And in those dreams, I always forget who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. The me in my dreams, however, has his own mission to complete.
He presses his lips into a thin line and looks at me. The guilt he feels is clear. For some reason, the scene from last night flashes through my mind again. It stirs up emotions I can't quite name. Well, there's no more black ice on your neck and hands. Your palms are warm, too. It's safe to say that you have passed my physical examination. Welcome back, boss. I open my arms and wait for him to initiate the hug this time. Oh, sorry, I interrupted you, my boy. Zayn hesitates before leaning down. Then he wraps his arms around me. His warm breath brushes against my neck.
Good morning.
Aw, he's so sweet. He's so sweet. Before taking Zayn home, he accompanies me to the association. I'm going to update them on my progress in the alterum investigation. Dawnbreaker vanished overnight. Some people in the forums joked that he had been broken by the dawn. The police investigation has hit a dead end, and the relentless snowfall is still the biggest obstacle for gathering evidence at the crime scene. While waiting for Zayn to finish shopping, I sit in the car and look at today's news.
Ever, which announced the Fountain of Atay initiative, has revealed the first phase of the project, the Val Sanatorium. According to several reports, Val Sanatorium is using medical pods called rebirth cocoons to treat patients with protocore syndrome.
Cocoons? Rebirth cocoons. My mind quickly latches onto this word. I heard this yesterday from that teenage boy.
You're right. They all died like that, after emerging from their cocoons. Rather than let the cocoon turn me into a mindless monster, I'd rather die.
The cocoons. The outer mention must be these rebirth cocoons. Sensing my troubled thoughts, the white Monty pushes his fluffy self from the backseat to settle on my lap. You know, he would have come in today, but I've got so much rubbish in my room that I don't think he can navigate it. So he's literally been in the living room sleeping in his nest, and he's like all over the place. He's trying to comfort me. Hey, thank you, buddy. When Zayn woke up, I asked about the animal. He said it belonged to some distant relatives. As for why he got lost, stole my scarf, and refuses to leave Zayn's side, Zayn says he's not so sure. So, What the hell is that? I decided to take my phone and use its image recognition feature. As the screen refreshes, it shows a majestic Baizhe. Baizhe. The divine beast of antiquity knows all beneath heaven and earth. What? With trembling hands, I cup his face. My gaze travels from his clear eyes to the tiny horns protruding like fresh sprouts near his ears. Mom. As I struggle to find the right words, Zayn returns to the car. He has a bag of chocolates and dog food. Since you bought dog food, why don't you keep him? After all, your robot vacuum is the only other living thing in your house. Shouldn't it have a friend?
That won't be necessary. My robot vacuum has its own social life.
Oh yeah, who's it talk to? Fucking Samsung? iPhone? Apple? Who? Maybe the hot babe, the thickeness, the thickety thick fridge that is encasing beautiful desserts. Can you imagine the robot vacuum? And he's like, sick fella. Can you imagine the robot vacuum? And he's like, damn. Hey baby girl, what you got in there? Tiramisu? When he talks to the fridge. Through the windshield, the warm glow of our headlights cuts through the heavy snowy gloom. A figure is looking around while standing near Zayn's house. It's a young boy in plain clothes. He's holding books in his arms. And as soon as we get out of the car, the boy's face lights up with excitement and anticipation. He spreads his arms wide. Forgotten. The books fall to the ground.
Emissary!
Divine emissary! Is that his disciple? He can finally scream, bye!
Bye! Bye!
I'm gonna look it up quickly. Wow. Wow, that is a really cool creature. Wow. Okay.
They're so cool. They're so cool.
Oh, my voice broke there. What else am I looking at? Okay. I'm gonna do one more and then we'll end it, okay? One more. I'm losing my voice, that's why. I'm losing my voice. Okay. The unfamiliar teenager rushes towards Zayn. He's a teenager who's standing behind me. The mysterious little creature, wagging its tail, runs over as well. Soon enough, all three of them are tangled in a group hug.
Let go of me.
The teenager steps back, then he excitedly scoops up the small animal.
So that's where you went, Shuchi. Why didn't you tell me?
Watching this harmonious scene between human and animal, I'm touched. Then I quickly become very confused. Fuck, did he just call you? What did he just call you? Is he role-playing as your servant? Or your son in a fantasy setting?
Don't jump to conclusions. He's the son of a distant relative, and he loves sci-fi movies and cartoons. I suppose his latest hobby is running away from home.
Now I'm looking at him. This kid reminds me of Sylus. I study the boy's round face, his straight posture, and those mature eyes sparkling with excitement. Come to think of it, there really is a teeny tiny resemblance. Hey! Before I can finish my sentence, Zayn swiftly taps his knuckle against the top of my head.
You should channel your brain power into writing a research paper instead.
I'm just teasing you, bro. I know you didn't like this when you were young. I lean down to get a better look at the boy. He has delicate features and appears to be around 11 or 12 years old. He's definitely not a teenager. Hey, do you live in Lincoln too?
Well, you could say that. I live in the Fractal Library.
Excuse me?
In a nearby residential area.
The Fractal Library? Never heard of that before. Must be a new building. Knowing he's related to Zayn, I find myself adopting a gentler, friendlier tone. And is this little guy your pet? What breed? Actually, what kind of animal is it?
He's just a regular pet dog. He's not special. Go on, Shuji. Bark. That's not the correct sound.
Aw, it's cute.
Okay, now shake.
The small creature glances at me and then at Zayn. He swallows his pride and places his paw in the boy's palm. That's not shake. Oh, shake as in like that, okay. Zayn stands by the wall with his arms crossed. When he sees my skeptical look, he looks away and doom scrolls. The boy's face relaxes with relief as his expression shifts to the one that says, I told you so. Can you speak? Maybe I'm the one losing my mind here. Seemingly unable to watch any longer, Zayn waves his phone.
I just got a text from his parents. They're going to pick him up.
Already? Can't you stay for a while longer?
I was actually planning to stay for a while.
Zayn literally like... Did you say you're staying a while longer, bitch? Hmm? You're going home, boy. It's just like, whoa. Look at him. He's looking at me. Don't look at me, bro. Like, the fuck?
Right. I wanted to say hello. Uncle Zayn will send me home.
It's cold, so you should head inside. I'll see him off.
So good. In the dim daylight, Zayn watches the girl wave goodbye. She's out of sight once she closes the door behind her. The boy catches a snowflake in his palm and silently watches it melt.
Why did you come here?
Hearing the scrutiny in Zayn's voice, the boy's expression shifts to match its severity.
7 years ago, you promised to take up the position at the Fractal Library. I traveled here because I'm asking you to fulfill that promise. You were selected as the emissary of the divine.
Oh no.
Astra ordained it, and your nightmare is the greatest proof of this.
Oh no. Not again. Zayn speaks before the boy can say no more.
I also said that I had my own choices to make and more important matters to attend to back then.
The boy's expression grows serene, and his voice carries a maturity unlike the one from a few seconds ago.
Was becoming that version of yourself in the nightmare also a choice? People think they're making choices most of the time, yet they're unaware that all these options lead to one inevitable outcome. Fate falls upon us like this snow. It is silent and inevitable. And you too are destined to become...
He trails off, and only the sound that can be heard is nothing more than a barely audible sigh.
Since you haven't made up your mind, there's no point in me staying here any longer. But...
The maturity and composure vanish as the boy's voice shifts back to a childlike tone.
I left the Excessus bracelet you made for me at the library. Can you make me another one, please?
After a resigned sigh, an ice bracelet materializes around the boy's wrists.
Thank you, emissary. I'll take my leave now. In any case, You're welcome to find me at the Fractal Library in Lincoln City. I'll be sure to visit you again as well.
The boy slightly raises his hand, and his fingertips touch the air as a geometric shape gradually unfolds. He bows before stepping into the door woven from countless folded dimensions. Ah, he's Doctor Strange.
The emissary is a liar. I counted every single day for 7 years.
As if drawn to his accusation, the wind and snow seem to follow through the vanishing door. They're silent. The snow ceases, and Zayn remembers the first time he entered the Fractal Library. Even though it's called a library, its exterior was remarkably ordinary. It was a building nestled in a quiet corner of Lincoln City's silent streets. The young boy begged him again and again, so he pushed open the slightly weathered wooden door. Oh, this place. There were neither bookshelves nor defined boundaries. Instead, an endless garden with intertwining paths appeared before him. And a library that seemed to belong to another world stood at the point where those paths converged. As soon as Zayn stepped into the backlight, he raised his head and saw countless bookshelves. They reached toward a tower's summit where sunlight poured in. The library's shelves were endless. They were like stairs that led to another dimension. Then, a young person approached them and claimed that Zayn and the young boy were the administrators of this place. In addition, Zayn was destined to become the Fractal Library's owner. The young person told him that the Fractal Library, which stood at the intersection of dimensions, didn't really exist in any galaxy. It didn't belong to any civilization either. And each book in the library contained the fate of the world. Zayn wondered if his own fate was among them. Perhaps his nightmares were hidden within a page of these large volumes from the moment he pushed open the door. On the night he returned home from the library, Zayn had a different dream. As in that unfamiliar world, he wore robes as he walked in a very tall tower. He was leafing through an ancient tome. Between its pages lay a jasmine petal from a spring day, and that spring day belonged to a timeline he had erased with his own hands. It would forever remain unknown to anyone. Damn. That was crazy. I didn't expect it would not trauma dump, but lore dump me. That was crazy. Damn, that was crazy. This is some good, juicy stuff, honestly. But I am very tired. I'm just trying to reflect back on what we've gone through. This is a good update. This is an update just for me, honestly. So I'm guessing the next update is going to be Raphael and Xavier, right? So Zayn is chosen to become the emissary. We've met him in the myth that we did a few months ago. And because he keeps getting these dreams, they're basically telling him that he is the emissary and he has to do the emissary's biddings, right? Yeah, I'll be covering the world underneath. I'm going through all the anecdotes, so I'll be going through the world underneath as well, like bit by bit. So, yeah, great. I really enjoyed this stream as well. This stream was awesome. You guys are you're so supportive. We didn't really start on a negative at the beginning, but you know, I was I was feeling pretty bummed out from today. Oh, this music, dude, don't do it to me. But you guys all cheered me up. Thank you. It was really sweet. You want to yap about something, Yunshi? Well, you can definitely do that on the Discord. You can definitely do that on the Discord. But yeah, that was so sweet. I really appreciate all of your support, guys. It was so positive. It made me feel really happy. I love being here. I love doing this for you guys. So, thank you again for Banshee for the subs. Feral Female, Sweet Roll, Roxy, Jerk Off to Elsa's voice. Boy, don't make me say that again. Cindy for the bits. Penguin for the 6 months, of course. Star is here as well. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Mer for the bits. Mari for the bits. Star for the follow. Ellison for the Prime as well. Appreciate it. It does do a lot for small content creators like myself, you know. I was going through it the other day, but literally because I'm sure you're aware, but I think like when you do subs and stuff, I think Twitch takes like 50% of it or whatever. But you know, doing this as a hobby, having a good time and providing you this like little show is good. It makes my day happier because I know you guys are having a good time. I'm having a great time reading the story and enjoying it. So I'm glad that my reactions and the community around us is a good place to be. The reason why we are so heavy on trying not to spoil anything is because obviously when you like do little hints about spoilers and things like that, it kind of gives the person a sense of idea of what's going on to happen. And I know for some viewers don't even play L&D and they watch me because of the L&D content. So maybe, you know, we want to try and keep it on the low before and then, you know, when that big thing happens, that's when, you know, you can celebrate and talk about it and discuss. So that's why we try and be, especially with a new update, very strict with the spoilers. So please don't take it offensively if the mods remind you or keep banging on about it, because it's definitely important for some people, a lot of people. So appreciate that. More secret times. More secret times. You want another secret time? Oh boy. I'll save that for another stream. I feel like I need to mentally prep. I've got to get these bad boys on and just... Oh my gosh, you guys can hear me breathe as well now. So whilst like Caleb or Zayn or someone's doing like... You're going to hear me being like... It's going to be excruciating for your for your ears. Sorry. Not for your eyes. You're going to love it with your eyes. So I'm going to be doing breathy voices. They're going to be doing breathy voices. And you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, what's going on? You are ready to be the next VA. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. I do try, but it's going to be a tough one. But alright. Well, what I'd like to do at the end of these streamies... thanks for the... That was just 20 bits just now. I don't know why it didn't pop, but thank you for that. I'm gonna raid someone. It's a little tradition that we like to do here, because we want to connect with other community members, and if I'm tired, doesn't mean you're tired. So, if there's anyone that we can take a look at to go to, then by all means we should, right? We should. So let's go and find someone. Who should we pick? Okay, that's French. Oh, we can't do that one. I mean, if you guys want a French stream, I can't understand that, I'm afraid. That's French as well. How about English, German, Daddy Sylus. I've got to click this. Sorry, guys. You're going to just have to bear with me. We've done a lot of VTubers recently. How about someone that's not a VTuber? I think we found someone. Are you guys excited? Because we're about to raid Shikari Tani.
Shikari Tani.
Okay. I will probably be chilling out on the Discord either way, but we've got Shikari Tani that we're gonna see and hop onto. Okay, you guys ready? Let's give him a big, you know. I don't even know because I get tired of voice acting. I'm more than happy to stream for longer, but talking a lot takes the energy out of you. So like, I'd rather play some other games like Final Fantasy or Street Fighter. But can I just ask before you guys leave? Are you guys interested in that kind of stuff? Like afterwards, I'm just chilling out and we're playing some other games, or you guys just focused around L&D? Dun, dun, because it's nice to have so many of you guys here, but I know you mostly tune in for L&D, so good for you too. Well, we'll try and do that another time. We'll raid Shikari Tani, and I'll think about tagging along some of these other games that don't require too much voice acting, because it is quite tiring. But for now, I'll leave you guys to it, and we're gonna visit Shikari Tani. Okay, you up for hanging out? That's good. Well, I'm glad. I appreciate that. Right, I'm gonna set this raid up. I want to give them a big hello, and we'll see how they react. Okay, we're hoping for big ones. All right, we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Take it easy. All right, YouTubies, YouTubey boobies, thanks for tagging along. I always appreciate it, and you are so wonderful. So thank you so much. Have a good evening. I love you guys. Cheers.